Hello, my people. Good day to you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time zone you're listening to this, thank you for tuning in every single day to listen to me on Daily Mind Shifts. My name is Michael Ojola for Mindset Transformation Africa. And on today's episode, I want to talk about thinking for a change. Let me anchor today's episode on this statement. If you want to change how you think, it requires that you think for a change. If you want to change how you think, it requires that you think for a change. So that's what I want to talk about today. I think it's something really simple, but it is actually one of the hardest things to do consistently, and that is thinking. Not just letting thoughts pass through your mind, not just reacting to whatever is happening around you, not just repeating the same mental loops you've always had over and over again. I mean, really thinking, all right? Thinking in a way that challenges your default mode, thinking in a way that forces you to grow, thinking in a way that literally transforms your life. See, we often say that we want to change, we want to be better, we want to grow, we want to break old habits, we want to see new results. But let me tell you something. How much time do you actually spend thinking about your own thinking? Because here's the truth. You cannot change your life if you don't change your mind. So how much time have you really spent to think about the thoughts that contribute to what it is that is your mindset? See, and you cannot change your mind if you never stop to think. I mean, really think for a change. So that is what we will talk about today. See, most of us are thinking, in quote, all the time, but we are not thinking intentionally. And that is my point, all right? Most of us think all the time, but we are not thinking intentionally. We just let thoughts pass through our brain. We are just reacting. You're reacting to the news, reacting to social media posts, reacting to what someone said, reacting to past experiences that shaped us. We are not actually choosing our thoughts, all right? We are just running old scripts. Let me give you an example. Think about the last time you got frustrated. Maybe it was at work, maybe it was a friend, maybe it was with yourself. But now ask yourself, what was the thought that triggered that frustration? For most people, it's something like this. This always happens to me. They never listen to me. I can't believe they did that. I'm so bad at this. Now, was that thought something you chose to think, or a reactionary thought that just popped up in your mind? Was it just an automatic reaction, something you've thought so many times that your brain just went there on its own? See, our thoughts become our habits. Our thoughts become habits. And if we don't take control of them, they will control us. That is why if you want to change how you think, you have to think for a change. You have to pause long enough to challenge your thoughts. You have to question the beliefs that have shaped your reactions. You have to decide whether or not your thoughts are serving you or they are just holding you back. Because until you do that, you are not really thinking. All right? You are just running a program. You're not really thinking, you're just running a program. Now, here's something most people don't realize. Thinking is a skill. All right. And just like any skill, you can get better at it. So let me give you just a few ways to start thinking for a change, to start taking control of your own mind and ultimately your own life. Number one, ask better questions. And that's the first way for you to really start thinking for a change. Ask better questions. Your brain is a problem-solving machine. Whatever you ask of it, it will try to answer. If you ask, why do I always fail? Your brain will come up with reasons why you are a failure. If you ask, why does this always happen to me? Your brain will find reasons why you are a victim. If you ask, what is wrong with me? Your brain will give you a list of what is wrong with you. But if you start by asking better questions, your brain will start looking for better answers. Instead of, why do I always fail? Try asking, what can I learn from this failure? Instead of why does this always happen to me, try asking how can I handle this differently next time? Instead of what is wrong with me, try what is one strength I have that I can use to get better. You see the difference? You see the shift? Yeah. When you change the question, you change the answer. Do you understand me? When you change the question you are asking, you change the answer. When you change the answer, you change the way you think. And when you change the way you think, you change your life. You change the outcome and eventually you change your life. Do you understand me? So it's important that you ask better questions. Also, slow down and think on purpose. Most people don't take time to think. I'm not talking about daydreaming. I'm not talking about worry. I'm not talking about stress. I'm talking about intentional, focused thinking. You want a mind shift? Let me give you one. Schedule thinking time. That is right. Schedule thinking. Put it on your calendar. Schedule thinking time. 10 minutes every single day to just sit down and think. Think about your goals. Think about a challenge you are facing. Think about a decision you need to make. Think about what is working and what is not working in your life. By asking better questions, you are thinking better. When you stop and think on purpose, you start seeing things differently. Perspective starts shifting. Problems that seemed huge start to look solvable. Opportunities that were hidden start to become clear. Ideas you never considered before suddenly start showing up. All because you gave your mind room to breathe. Do you understand me? All because you gave your mind room to breathe. And also, you challenge whatever thoughts pop up in your mind. Challenge your own thoughts. One of the most powerful things you can do for your growth is to stop believing every fucking thing that you think about. Because here's the truth. Not every thought you have is true. Because it pops up in your mind doesn't mean it's true. Not every thought you have is true. Not every thought you have is helpful. Not every thought you have is reality. Some of your thoughts are just old programming, old beliefs. Some of your thoughts were given to you by other people, parents, teachers, boss at work, or whatever, whoever is influencing you. Some of your thoughts are based on fear, not facts. So start questioning them. When a thought pops into your head, ask, is this actually true? Where did I learn this belief from? Does this thought help me or hurt me? What is another way to look at this? Do you understand? Because the moment you start questioning your thoughts, you take back your power. And when you take back your power, you take back your life. So also, you now move to feeding your mind with better information. See, your thoughts are shaped by what you consume. If you're always feeding your mind with negativity, don't be surprised when your thoughts are negative. If you're always listening to people who complain, don't be surprised when you start complaining too. If you are always consuming things that make you feel hopeless, don't be surprised when you feel stuck. See, your mind is like a soil. It will grow whatever you plant in it. So, plant better seeds. Read books that challenge you. Listen to podcasts like this that inspire you. Spend time around people who think differently than you. Learn from people who have achieved what you want to achieve. Because when you change what you feed your mind, you change how your mind works. And when you change how your mind works, you change your life because your results, the result in your life, will change. Do you understand me? It's important that you listen to this episode over and over again for you to understand this is how you think. Let me do just a quick recap. How do you think better? How can you develop a thinking skill? Number one, you ask better questions. All right? Ask better questions, because when you ask better questions, when you change your questioning, you change your answers. When you change your answers, you change the way you think. And when you change the way you think, you change your life. Also, slow down and think on purpose. See, problems that seemed huge will start to look solvable when you stop and think on purpose. Opportunities that were hidden will start to be clear when you think on purpose. All because your mind gave your mind room to breathe. Challenge your own thoughts is also what we talk about. You need to take back your power so that you can take back your life. And finally, feed your mind with better information. All right, feed your mind with better information. See, your life is a reflection of your thoughts. If you don't like what you see in your life, start by changing what you think. But don't just wish things for different thoughts. All right, take control of them. Ask better questions. Set aside time to think on purpose. Challenge the beliefs that hold you back and start feeding your mind with better information. Because at the end of the day, if you want to change how you think, it requires that you think for a change. And when you do,